You want to go with me to NBC?
Yeah, I think we really got something here.
What do we got?
An idea.
What idea?
An idea for the show.
I still don't know what the idea is.
It's about nothing.
Right.
Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing.
So we go into NBC, we tell them we got an idea for a show about nothing.
Exactly.
They say, what's your show about? I say nothing.
There you go.
I think you may have something here.
I can't be with someone if I don't respect what they do.
You're a cashier.
Every decision I've ever made in my entire life has been wrong. My life is the complete opposite of everything I want it to be. Every instinct I have in every aspect of life, be it something to wear, something to eat, it's often wrong.
If every instinct you have is wrong, then the opposite would have to be right.
What kind of a name is Todd Jack anyway?
I think it's Dutch.
Jerry, just remember, it's not a lie if you believe it. Beautiful women, you know, they get away with murder. You never see one of them lift anything over 3 pounds. Do whatever they want, whenever they want to, nobody can stop them.
She's like a beautiful Godzilla.
And I'm thousands of fleeing Japanese.
You can't spare it?
No, there's not enough to spare.
Well, I don't need much. Just 3 squares will do it.
I'm sorry, I don't have 3 squares now, if you don't mind.
3 squares? You can't spare 3 squares?
No, I don't have a square to spare. I can't spare a square.
Well, is it 2 ply? Because if it's 2 ply, I'll take 1 ply. 1 ply.
Well, see, the thing of it is, you know, there's a lot of ugly people out there walking around, but they don't know they're ugly because nobody actually tells them.
Well, Jerry, I've been thinking. I've gone as far as I can go with George Costanza.
Is this the suicide talk or the nickname talk?
The nickname. George. What is that? It's nothing. It's got no snap, no zip. I need a nickname that makes people light up.
You mean like Liza?
I was thinking T-Bone.
But there's no T in your name. What about G-Bone?
There's no G-Bone.
There's a G-Spot.
That's a myth.
T-Bone, the ladies are gonna love you.
He took it out.
He what?
He took it out.
He took what out?
It.
What is this? What are we doing? What in God's name are we doing? What? Our lives! What kind of lives are these? We're like children. We're not men.
No, we're not. We're not men.
So speaking of exes, my old boyfriend came over late last night, and yada, yada, yada. Anyway, I'm really tired today.
Yada, yada, yada. I'm really tired today.
What do you think she was tired from?
Well, obviously the yada, yada.
You just pretended it didn't bother you.
What is that, boyfriend? I don't understand that. What does she think I asked her out for?
Well, it's the way they just slip it in there, too.
Yeah. Like it's all just part of the conversation. Oh, my boyfriend really likes watches. He's a real watch freak. Well, that's fabulous. Yeah. It's a write-off for them.
How is it a write-off?
They just write it off.
Write it off what?
Jerry, all these big companies, they write off everything.
You don't even know what a write-off is.
Do you?
No, I don't.
But they do. And they're the ones writing it off.
Did you just double dip that chip? Excuse me? You double dipped the chip. Double dipped? What are you talking about? You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again. She had a dude?
Yeah, when I went to pick her up, there was this dude.
How do you know it was her dude?
Well, you think it could have been just some dude?
Sure, dudes in this town are a dime a dozen.
I reckon.
Or maybe she just wanted to go to the Tonys. I tell you what, you ask her out again, no Tony, just Jerry. That way you know if the dude is her dude or just some dude.
Dude.
Yeah. Why'd you have a fake?
Of course.
Really?
You fake?
On occasion.
And the guy never knows?
Yeah.
How could he not know that?
Because I was good.
It's come to my attention that you and the cleaning woman have engaged in sexual intercourse on the desk in your office. Is that correct? Who said that? She did. Was that wrong? Should I not have done that? I tell you, I gotta plead ignorance on this thing, because if anyone had said anything to me at all when I first started here that sort of thing was frowned upon, you know, because I've worked in a lot of offices, and I tell you, people do that all the time.
You don't have to help anybody. That's what this country's all about. That's deplorable, unfathomable, improbable.
These reports you handed in, it's almost as if you have no business training at all. I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Trying to get ahead.
Well, I'm sorry. There's just no way that we could keep you on.
I don't even really work here.
That's what makes this so difficult.
Well, you know when you break up, how you say things you don't mean? Well, he says the mean things you don't mean, but he means them.
I follow. So what are you gonna do?
Dump him. I can't be with someone who doesn't break up nicely. I mean, to me, that's one of the most important parts of a relationship.
What's more important?
The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli. I got about 50 feet out, and suddenly, the great beast appeared before me. I tell you, he was 10 stories high if he was a foot. As if sensing my presence, he let out a great bellow. I said, "Easy, big fella." And then, as I watched him struggling, I realized that something was obstructing its breathing. From where I was standing, I could see directly into the eye of the great fish.
Mammal.
Whatever.
What did you do next?
Well, then, from out of nowhere, a huge tidal wave lifted me, tossed me like a cork, and I found myself right on top of him, face to face with the blowhole. I could barely see from the waves crashing down upon me, but I knew something was there. So I reached my hand in, felt around, and pulled out the obstruction.
What is that, a Titleist? A hole in one, huh?
Hey. Well, I had a very interesting lunch with George Costanza today. Really? We were talking about our lives, and we both kind of realized we're kids. We're not men.
So then you asked yourselves, isn't there something more to life?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, well, let me clue you in on something. There isn't.
There isn't.
Absolutely not. I mean, what are you thinking about, Jerry? Marriage? Family? Well, they're prisons. Man-made prisons. You're doing time. You get up in the morning, she's there. You go to sleep at night, she's there. It's like you gotta ask permission to use the bathroom. Is it all right if I use the bathroom? Really? Yeah, and you can forget about watching TV while you're eating.
I can?
Oh, yeah. You know why? Because it's dinner time. And you know what you do at dinner?
What? You talk about your day.
How was your day today? Did you have a good day today or a bad day today? Well, what kind of day was it? Well, I don't know. How about you? How was your day? Look, it's sad, Jerry. It's a sad state of affairs.
I'm glad we had this talk.
Oh, you have no idea.
I have no idea of the magnitude of this thing. If she is allowed to infiltrate this world, then George Costanza, as you know him, ceases to exist. You see, right now, I have relationship George, but there is also independent George. That's the George you know, the George you grew up with. Movie George, coffee shop George, liar George, party George.
I love that, George.
Me too, and he's dying, Jerry. If relationship George walks through this door, he will kill independent George. A George divided against itself cannot stand.
Well, birthdays are merely symbolic of how another year has gone by and how little we've grown. No matter how desperate we are that someday a better self will emerge, each flicker of the candles on the cake we know it's not to be. That for the rest of our sad, wretched, pathetic lives, this is who we are to the bitter end. Inevitably, irrevocably. Happy birthday. No such thing.
Let's go, Jerry. Go!
I'm sorry, George.
I don't understand. Things were going so great. What happened? Something must have happened.
It's not you. It's me.
You're giving me the it's not you, it's me routine? I invented it's not you, it's me. Nobody tells me it's them, not me. If it's anybody, it's me.
All right. George, it's you.
You're damn right it's me.
Look, I was just trying to,
I know what you were trying to do. Nobody does it better than me.
Well, I'm sure you do it very well.
Yes, well, unfortunately, you'll never get the chance to find out.
But I thought things were going great.
Yeah, so did I.
Did she say why?
No. She tried to give me the it's not you, it's me routine.
But that's your routine.
Yeah. Well, apparently word's out.
Here's to those who wish us well, and those who don't can go to hell.
You take a sip?
Yes, I did.
Now, when you took a sip, did you notice it was hot? Were you able to sip it in your normal fashion?
No, I wasn't able to sip it in my normal fashion.
Mm-hmm. All right, all right. You take big sips?
Well, I think I take a normal sip.
Okay, you take normal sips, nothing wrong with that. Then what happened?
Well, you know, they don't allow outside drinks in the movie theater, so I had to put it in my shirt and sneak it in.
Yeah, see, they like to sell their own coffee.
Yeah. Now, is that going to be a problem?
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for them. This is a clear violation of your rights as a consumer. It's an infringement on your constitutional rights. It's outrageous, egregious, preposterous.
It's definitely preposterous.
Maybe the dingo ate your baby. What? The dingo ate your baby.
So I got out of the seat and I started walking towards him. He says, "Where do you think you're going, Cracker Jack?" I says, "Well, I got a little prize for you, buddy." Knocked him out cold.
How could you do that?
Yeah, then everybody is screaming because the driver, he's passed out because of all the commotion. The bus is out of control. So I grab him by the collar, I take him out of the seat, I get behind the wheel, now I'm driving the bus.
You're Batman.
Yeah, I am Batman. Then the mugger, he comes to and he starts choking me. So I'm fighting him off with one hand, and I kept driving the bus with the other, you know? Then I managed to open up the door, and I kicked him out the door, you know, with my foot, you know, at the next stop.
You kept making all the stops?
Well, people kept ringing the bell.
You see what's going on here? No boxers, no jockeys.
Oh.
The only thing between him and us is a thin layer of gabardine. Kramer, say it isn't so.
Oh, it'd be so. I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm loving every minute of it.
You know, George, the ocean called. They're running out of shrimp.
Oh, yeah, right? Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
This pirate trend that she's come up with, Jerry, this is going to be the new look for the 90s. You're going to be the first pirate.
But I don't want to be a pirate.
Do women know about shrinkage?
What do you mean, like laundry?
No.
Like when a man goes swimming afterwards.
It shrinks?
I've yada-yada'd sex.
Really?
Yeah. I met this lawyer. We went out to dinner. I had the lobster bisque. We went back to my place. Yada, yada, yada. I never heard from him again.
But you yada yada over the best part.
No, I mentioned the bisque.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
What is that?
Doctor gave me a relaxation cassette. When my blood pressure gets too high, the man on the tape tells me to say, Serenity now!
Serenity now. Insanity later.
And you want to be my latex salesman.
And by the way, they're real and they're spectacular.
So, what's it going to be? Are you going to wear the ribbon?
No.
Yep. But I'm wearing the ribbon, he's wearing the ribbon, we are all wearing the ribbon. So why aren't you going to wear the ribbon?
This is America. I don't have to wear anything I don't want to wear.
So we got an attractive woman, wearing a bra, no top, walking around in broad daylight. She's flouting society's conventions. It's lewd-bious, salacious, outrageous.
Oh, please, I took you back. You know it. I know it. Vegetable lasagna here knows it.
But are you still master of your domain?
I am king of the county. You?
Lord of the manor.
What? I'm not married. I'm not allowed to go out with somebody else?
Depends.
Depends on what?
On many factors.
Like what?
Well, how long you been seeing her? What's your phone call frequency? Are you on a daily?
No. Semi-daily, 4 or 5 times a week.
What about Saturday nights? You have to ask her out, or is the date implied?
Implied.
She got anything in your medicine cabinet?
Might be some moisturizer.
Uh-huh. Let me ask you this. Is there any Tampax in your house?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what you got here.
Yeah.
You got yourself a girlfriend.
So you think you're sponge-worthy?
Yes, I think I'm sponge-worthy. I think I'm very sponge-worthy.
The point, George, is she likes you.
Oh, so what? I'd rather she hate me and thought I was good looking. At least I could get somebody else.
Elaine, what percentage of people would you say are good looking?
25%.
25%? Mm-hmm. No way. It's like 4 to 6%. It's a 20 to 1 shot.
You're way off.
Way off?
Yeah.
Have you been to the Motor Vehicle Bureau? It's a leper colony down there.
So basically what you're saying is 95% of the population is undateable?
Undateable!
Then how are all these people getting together?
Alcohol. What were you thinking? What was going on in your mind?
Artistic integrity. Well, where did you come up with that? You're not artistic, and you have no integrity. You know, you really need some help, but a regular psychiatrist couldn't even help you. You need to go to, like, Vienna or something. You know what I mean? You need to get involved at the university level, like where Freud studied and have all those people looking at you and checking up on you. That's the kind of help you need. Not the once a week for $80. No, you need a team.
When you're with a guy and he tells you he has to get up early, what does that mean?
It means he's lying.
Wow.
Why, is that what he told you?
Yeah, last night. Oh, come on. Men have to get up early sometime.
No, never.
Jerry, I'm sure I've seen men on the street early in the morning.
Well, sometimes we do actually have to get up early, but a man will always trade sleep for sex.
Is it possible I'm not as attractive as I think I am?
Anything's possible.
Your nickname's Coco? One of the girls down at the maid service is named Coco.
Really? Coco?
Yeah, Coco. That girl's all right.
You know, if I could get this Coco woman down to Kruger, then they wouldn't be able to call me Coco anymore, because Kruger would never allow two Cocos.
Sounds like he runs a real tight ship.
Do you have a job?
No.
You got money?
No.
Do you have a woman?
No.
Do you have any prospects?
No.
You got anything on the horizon?
No.
Do you have any action at all?
No.
Do you have any conceivable reason for even getting up in the morning?
I like to get the daily news.
What is it she thinks you can't do?
Find a job, get an apartment.
How did you do those things?
Never mind, they're done. All I have to do now is redo. You know, if you take everything I've accomplished in my entire life and condense it down into one day, it looks decent.
It's my recipe for wild mushroom.
Yeah, that's right. I got them all. Cold cucumber, corn and crab chowder, mulligatawny.
Mulligatawny?
You're through, Susan. Back it up. No more soup for you. All right, let's go. I'll give you half an hour.
Are you serious?
Look, Jerry, we have to have sex to save the friendship.
Sex to save the friendship. Well, if we have to, I don't understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
Yes, we do. Unfortunately, we ran out of cars.
But the reservation keeps the car here. That's why you have the reservation.
I know why we have reservations.
I don't think you do. If you did, I'd have a car. See, you know how to take the reservation, you just don't know how to hold the reservation. And that's really the most important part of the reservation, the holding. Anybody can just take them.
What about you?
Nothing much. I slept with Elaine last night.
Oxygen! I need some oxygen! This is major!
I thought you'd like that.
Oh, this is huge!
I know.
All right, okay, let's go. Details.
Nah, I can't give details.
You what?
I can't give details.
No details?
I'm not in the mood.
You ask me here to have lunch, tell me you slept with Elaine, and then say you're not in the mood for details. Now you listen to me. I want details, and I want them right now. I don't have a job, I have no place to go, you're not in the mood, well, you get in the mood!
Boy, these pretzels are making me thirsty.
Back with Lydia?
Come on, you're lucky to have anybody.
Last week you told me I was in my prime, I should be swinging.
Swinging? What are you, out of your mind? Look at you, you're disgusting. You're bald, you're paunchy, all kinds of sounds are emanating from your body 24 hours a day. If there's a woman that can take your presence for more than 10 consecutive seconds, you should hang on to her like grim death, which is not far off, by the way.
Well, she's an anti-Semite.
Can you blame her? That's why breakups take 2 or 3 tries. You gotta build up your immunity.
You see those tears streaming down, you don't know what to do. It's like she was on fire. I was trying to put her out.
Well, at least you probably had some pretty good makeup sex afterwards.
I didn't have any sex.
You didn't have makeup sex? How could you not have makeup sex? That's the best feature of the heavy relationship.
I missed out on the makeup sex.
In your situation, the only sex you're going to have better than makeup sex is if you're sent to prison and you have a conjugal visit.
Yeah, conjugal visit sex. That is happening. Why did she call? What do I know? Maybe she wanted to be polite.
To be polite? You are insane.
All right. I didn't want to tell you this. You want to know why she called?
Yes.
You're a backup. You're a second line, a just in case, a B plan, a contingency.
I like sports. I can do something in sports.
In what capacity?
You know, like the general manager of a baseball team.
Yeah, well, that can be tough to get.
Well, it doesn't even have to be the general manager. Maybe I could be like an announcer, like a color man. You know how I always make those interesting comments during the game?
Yeah, you make good comments.
So what about that?
Well, they tend to give those jobs to ex-ball players and people that are, in broadcasting.
Well, that's really not fair.
I know.
She had man hands.
Man hands?
The hands of a man. It's like a creature out of Greek mythology. I mean, she was like part woman, part horrible.
Would you prefer it if she had no hands at all?
Would she have hooks?
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Newman.
You're telling me Jerry's whole thing was an act?
Yes, and I put him up to it because I'm sick. I'm the one that needs help.
I gotta go.
Well, should I call you later?
Please don't.
But I'm disturbed. I'm depressed. I'm inadequate. I got it all.
Are you sure you don't want to come up? I mean, it's only 9:30.
I don't think we should. We really don't know each other very well.
Who are you, George Costanza?
I'm the opposite of every guy you've ever met.
Tell me about the stories. What kind of stories?
Oh, no stories.
No stories? So what is it?
What did you do today?
I got up and came to work.
There's a show. That's a show.
How is that a show? Well, maybe something happens to you on the way to work.
No, nothing happens.
Well, something happens. Well, why am I watching it?
Because it's on TV.
Not yet.
What's your read, Stan?
You're close. You're on the green. You just have to go for the cup.
What do you mean?
Ever try on the bra, see if it fits.
No. Do it, Jackie. Stan's the man.
Stan? Who the hell is Stan?
He's my caddy.
Your caddy? This is a big mistake.
Look at
Your Honor, we request at this time that Ms. Nishki try on the bra.
It doesn't fit.
I can't put it on.
Damn fools! Look at that! We got nothing now. Nothing. I've been practicing law for 25 years. You listening to a caddy? This is a public humiliation. You can't let the defendant have control of the key piece of evidence. Plus, she's trying it on over a leotard. Of course, a bra's not gonna fit on over a leotard. A bra's gotta fit right up against a person's skin. Like a glove!
Believe it or not, George isn't at home. Please leave a message at the beep. I must be out, or I'd pick up the phone. Where could I be? Believe it or not, I'm not home.
George, are you there? I hate that stupid message.